Hello, Nick. The world is our oyster. So here we are. This is Axis Empires to Talar Krieg. This is the Eastern European map. Um, and this is the Case White scenario that I have set up. I've played this 4 times in the past and meant to do a little video for you, but moved on to the Barbarossa training scenario before my tripod was found that I could put my phone on. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe you'll never see this, or maybe you will. But I thought I'd give you just a little intro to the game. This scenario I think is a pretty neat little puzzle. I remember kind of a similar one in oh shoot, what was my other World War II game? Unconditional Surrender. I remember they had like a little training scenario that was like this. So this is one turn. There's only German activities going on. These 3 hexes with the blocks are the victory point objectives. The Germans have to take all 3 of those to win the game. So let me zoom in here to kind of go over the things here. So the counters, they go in attack factor, defense factor, and movement points. Movement's pretty easy. Along a road through whatever is 1. If you these show you your steps, these little dots. So this is a 3-step unit. There's a 1-step unit, 2-step unit. So it's pretty much, roads and railroads allow you to move 1 movement point through anything. Rough cost 2, and forest, and then there's some hex side stuff with mountainous and that. You got your standard infantry armor. This is a headquarters, so headquarters can throw throw their attack or defense value forward 2 hexes and help out with that sort of stuff. So we need to take Posen, Krakow, and Warsaw in this one turn. And we also have a blitz marker, which we can put somewhere, and anything within 2 hexes of that can attack during the blitz phase. So I'm gonna put it here. Well, actually, let's put it there. Oh shoot, actually we want everybody to be able to attack, so let's put it there. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a movement phase, then there's going to be blitz combat, then regular combat, and then we'll get to reserve movement. Here's kind of the for the Axis faction turn. We're only really going to worry about the combination segment, the breakdown segment, operational movement, and then the combat phase. And then we'll assess things at that point. So I'm just going to kind of play this by the seat of my pants. I haven't played it in a while, and we'll just see how it goes. So combination segment. I should also mention up here. So this is my force pool. So I've got 6 steps of German infantry. If I want to break down units, these would, if I get, like in other scenarios, you get replacements. They would come out of your force pool, and then same if you want to combine units, you need to have the proper units to be able to do that in a hex, and then so on and so forth. We're not really going to do a whole lot of that. I have done that in this scenario before, but I think I'm just going to go with it as it is. I'm not going to break anybody down or combine anything. One important thing is moving in zone of control, you kind of got to lay a carpet so that units can continue moving after you have your breakthroughs and stuff. So we'll kind of see a little bit of that. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Just for this, I'm going to skip the combination segment and I'm going to skip the breakdown segment, and we'll just get right into operational movement. So let's move these out of the way. So first, let's take this, you move one at a time. So this guy moves here. He's now locked in a zone of control, so he has to stop. But now this guy, when I move him, and you also kind of see here is another kind of neat thing with this game. So as you combine units, so this is a two-step infantry. Their movement is 2, whereas this one step is 3. They're a little more nimble. So as you build up into the bigger armies, your maneuverability kind of goes down. But there are some different infantry organizations also, so sometimes you can get around that. So then we'll have this guy go 1. So now he can keep going because he's not locked because his buddy's there. So we'll have him go 2, 3, jumping over the river here. These guys, we've got an armored unit and big infantry. So there's a different style, 3-step infantry, which ends up with 3 movement points. So that's pretty good, as opposed to the 5.62 where they only have 2 movement points. So we'll keep them there. Let's move this infantry up into here. You can start maybe banging on Krakow. The armor units are, when they in their combats, anybody who attacks with them can do breakthroughs, so that they can blast through holes and such. So I've only got 2 armor, so I want to kind of be selective about where I want to use them. We'll just not put too much thought in it. We'll just have them go there. Oh shoot! One thing I did skip, which I'll have to go back to. I skipped over the support unit placement phase, which comes before the blitz marker, and I do have Air Force unit, which will give a shift to any combat around its hex. So I think maybe we'll put him there. So any hex with combat in it that he's next to, he'll give us a good shift for. So when we attack here, there, and there, or if we need to there. So let's see what we got in here. Yeah, we'll just basically move these forward. We'll move him 1, 2. I don't know. We'll just leave him in Berlin. He can support our attack there. The thing with HQs is they can only be used once per attack phase or segment. So if I could get him positioned in a great spot, he'd be able to give a shift during the blitz segment and during the regular combat. So actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to move him down here, 1, 2, 3. So he'll kind of be able to help down here if we need to. And I believe I don't, if he's involved, I think he can throw out somewhere else even if there's a combat going on in an adjacent hex. As long as if he's being attacked, he can't throw his HQ specialty elsewhere. All right, so that's going to be our operational movement phase. So let's get into the blitz combat segment. So anybody within 2 of the blitz marker can attack during this. So that's basically everybody. So let's start with. Let's just do this one. This is the big one here. We're gonna really work at blasting blasting them out of Posen. So we're going to have 4, 10, 12, 12 to 2 to start. So that puts us on the 6 to 1 column. And then armor gets a shift during the blitz segment. So that puts us up to the 9 to 1 column. And then since this is attacking into a city, that's going to give a shift back to the left. So back to 6 to 1. So if I can show that on here. So we started out on the 6 to 1 column, and then we had a shift right for the armor, but then a shift back left for the city. So then we'll roll I'm sure this would not be a fan, you'd be a big fan of it because it's only D6 combat, but it seems to work. So we'll roll the dice over here in the dice tower, and we got a 2, which is very good. Oh man, got shifted there. Sorry about that. I don't know why that happened. Anyway, so we were on the 6 to 1 and on the 2, so DR3. So that's defender retreats 3. These down here are attrition results, attacker attrition, defender attrition, so there's no attrition results to satisfy. So just a DR3. But this guy is kind of in bad straits here because, or no, he's not. So he can retreat. So, shoot, there is, I think if you're in a city, if you're in a city, you have the option to convert retreat to a loss, but I don't think that's really going to help him here. Because I think he could only probably do 1. Let's see if he goes. So, and another thing with retreats is if you move into somebody, you pretty much, they're part of your retreat now. So he could go, I guess, 1, and then that would, take that's off there. That would have this guy join in, and then they could continue retreating into here because they have one of their people. So that satisfies 2. They can't go into here because they'd be overstacked. Stacking is 3 units and up to 6 steps. So even though that would be 6 steps, there'd be 4 units. So that wouldn't work. So then they can't meet that, so they have to lose a step. So they'll just lose that guy. And so that goes. I'm using the force pull for the Axis for Poland also, just so that I only have one thing to worry about. So I think I did that right. Maybe not. I'll double check it before I throw this up. So anyways, now since there's armor in here, they can exploit, and the total retreat was 2 hexes. There were no unsatisfied attrition results, so the exploit is 2. So this actually, I wanted more, so I kind of am screwed already, kind of. So we'll have this guy move in here first, advanced air combat. He'll just stay. He won't exploit. And then we'll have this guy go 1 and then 2. Just throw the armor in there, and this guy will go 1, 2. So I kind of screwed up already because I really wanted to get my armor, or I wanted to get these guys here. But actually, this guy could only go there because of his 2. You can only go up to your movement also. But these other guys, if I would have had a 3 result, they could do it. And again, the reason that exploit distance is only 2 for me is because they only retreated 2, and then they had to use that they had to do an attrition because they couldn't go there. So that's the reason why I can't go 3. So anyways, they're done. I do have a little minor attack I could make against this guy, but it's not worth it. I think, oops. Yeah, it presents some interesting ideas, because I think another time I had my armor do this guy, so you've got a massive attack, so you can expect to be able to exploit all the way outside of Warsaw, and then you just gotta hope everybody else can take Posen. But that didn't work out for me this time. So let's have this stack attack here next. Ooh, I never had this happen before, where another unit came in. See, I screwed up. I should have did this first. So we're gonna have 5. The HQ will go on also 7 to 3. So it's a 2-to-1. We've got a shift for the HQ and a shift for the armor. So 2-to-1, that puts it up to the 4-to-1, 5-to-1 column. And and we've got the Air Force here also for a shift. So it was at 2-to-1 with 3 shifts, 1, 2, 3. So we're up on the 6-to-1, 8-to-1 column again. And we got a 5 this time. So that's going to be a DR1 with attacker attrition 1, defender attrition 2. So they have to retreat 1. So they can't retreat here because of zone of control. They can't retreat into the hex that the air unit's in. So again, they have to go into their buddy, which is legal now because they wouldn't be overstacked. So they satisfy the 1, and then we're going to have to give a attrition, which the armor is the first to go if you're forced to take a loss as the attacker. So we lose our armor, and then they have to give 2. So they'll get rid of that little guy, and then they'll flip this guy over. So now that was, again, that's only exploit distance of 1. So this guy really can only advance into the hex. So I'm not going to win this scenario. And then down here we'll make this attack because we gotta try to soften this hex up. So yeah, this isn't gonna be very good. 5 to 3. There's going to be a shift for the city, but the Air Force will cancel that. So a 5 to 3 is not, pretty sure that's not a 3 to 2. So that'd just be a 1 to 1. Yeah, this isn't going to go well. Ooh, I did get a 1 though. So a 1 on the 1 to 1 is a DR1. So they could retreat here. I'm going to have to relook that up if they can just choose to burn a step to stay, which I think they can. But we'll just say for some reason they don't wish to. They'll just satisfy the DR1. This guy can advance. That will end the blitz combat segment. Regular combat, they could attack here, could attack that guy, but we're not going to be able to take Warsaw because we've got nobody by it for this regular combat segment. So in the end, that will be a German loss. So yeah, I might upload this and send the link to you. This seems like a little decent introduction, but I'll probably reset, maybe look at some things that I screwed up on or double check myself on, and maybe throw up another video of another playthrough. So hey, hope you're having a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.